It was a cold winter evening. In a fog-covered park, an old dog named Sheru walked slowly, his paws pressing into the damp earth. His eyes were filled with pain, memories, and a deep sense of loss, like he had lost someone he could never replace. Once Sheru had been part of a loving family. He used to play with a little boy, walk with the grandfather, and rest his head in the grandmother's lap. But time had taken everything. The family moved away and left Sheru behind alone, in the very park that once echoed with laughter. Now, Sheru's only goal was survival. One evening, Sheru heard a rustle in the bushes. Out came a beautiful cat, black and white, elegant and proud. Her name was Meow. Meow was a street-smart, independent soul. She had never belonged to anyone. She grew up on rooftops and under parked cars, climbing trees, facing the world on her own terms. But that evening, when her eyes met Sheru's, something unusual stirred in her heart, a small spark of compassion. At first they were wary of each other. Sheru didn't have the best history with cats, and Meow didn't exactly trust dogs either. But slowly, over shared nights under the open sky, they began to understand each other's silence. Meow started bringing Sheru scraps of food from nearby shops. Sheru, in return, offered warmth during cold nights, curling his body around hers. They didn't need words. They spoke in gestures, glances, and quiet companionship. The months rolled by. Trees shed their leaves and grew them back. Sheru and Meow became a familiar sight in the park. Children would visit just to see them. Some would feed them. Others would take photos. They were a symbol of unexpected love. One day, a boy came to the park, a young man now, but Sheru's aging eyes still recognized him. It was him, the same boy who once used to throw balls and hug him tightly before bedtime. The boy knelt beside Sheru, tears in his eyes. "Sheru, is that really you?" The boy couldn't believe it. He decided to take Sheru home with him. He had grown up, owned a house now, and wanted to give Sheru the comfort he deserved. But Sheru's heart was heavy for what about Meow. The day they parted, Meow sat silently on a park bench. Sheru looked back from the car one last time. Meow didn't cry. Her eyes said everything. She knew this was best for him. As the car drove away, a breeze passed through the trees and Meow whispered in the wind, "Real friends never part. They live forever in the heart." Sheru now had a warm bed, regular meals, and love again. But every time he visited the park, he looked for Meow. He never saw her again. But Meow didn't disappear. She stayed in the park, not in sorrow, but with purpose. She helped other animals, cats, birds, even lost puppies. Sheru had shown her love, and now she passed it on. Years passed. Sheru grew weaker. His eyes were nearly blind. One sunny afternoon, he lay on the grass in the same park and suddenly felt a familiar presence. A soft body curled beside him. "Meow," he whispered. The cat didn't respond. She just rested beside him like old times. No words, just presence. And that's how Sheru took his last breath peacefully, with Meow by his side. Today in that same park, there's a bench with two small statues, one of a dog and the other of a cat. A small plaque reads, "A bond beyond words, a love that never died."